Hey everybody, what's going on? I have not made a video in a long time. Probably too long to be honest with you. Between a crazy fishing schedule, fishing pretty much every weekend from the summer till about now, just haven't really taken the time to really sit down and work on video editing, work on footage, work on content, and that's my fault. I take responsibility for that, but I mean it's one of those things where it's something that I know I need to put more time and effort into, and I only have so much time in the week to take care of my family, to hang out with my friends, to prep for the next event, and then to go out and fish and be competitive along the way. So a lot going on in schedule and a lot going on in life, and I got a little bit of a downtime. A week and a half ago, we had the state championship for Georgia Bass Nation on Lake Seminole. As you can see here on my side, here's the first place trophy because I killed it, man. Absolutely crushed them. Went in with practice with a great mindset in mind. For those of you that know, it's Southern Slayers territory down there, and so trying to represent the home team because it's our home waters. Went down in practice, had 2 phenomenal days of practice. Actually, it was a little wishy-washy on what I was going to do on the first day of the tournament, but spent some time thinking about it and went with my gut and just kind of rolled with it. The first day of practice, I caught all my fish on a jackhammer. Same thing with the second day of practice, caught the majority of my fish on a jackhammer. On the third day, which was the first day of the tournament, I had to switch things up, and instead of catching things on a jackhammer, ended up catching all my fish on a crankbait. One thing I noticed from practice to the first day of the tournament was that the fish were actually starting to finally settle into the weather. We had 4 days, cold temps, winds blowing out of the north at 10 to 15 miles an hour pretty much every day. With the 4th day of the tournament probably being the worst weather of the 4. But we had an extreme cold front before we got there, and I'm pretty sure that the first 2 days of practice the fish were locked down, and so I think the fish had finally settled in and adjusted, and it started to move a little bit, and in that adjustment I picked up a crankbait and was able to dial them up. I had a great first day of the tournament. I wouldn't say it was exceptional because I knew what the lake could put out, and then I kind of went back on day 2 nervous to see whether or not the pattern was going to hold. And I let them up in a heartbeat on day 2 of the tournament. Absolutely destroyed the field. Amazing experience, great opportunity. From a numbers perspective, Tourney X math, I had about 44 pounds for the tournament. Come in at 197.25 inches total. In practice, I probably had closer to 48 or 49 pounds in practice. I had 94.5 on practice day 1. I had 106 on practice day 2. I had 93.25 on tournament day 1, and then I had 104 on tournament day 2. So as you can see, I was definitely had the fish. I was dialed in. I launched from a different ramp on day 1 for practice than I did of the 3 days that followed, but the pattern was pretty much the same. It was just a matter of getting them queued up and getting them to fire. Once you got them to fire, you kind of work them through. See if you could find more in the same place, and unfortunately that just wasn't to be had for me except for on tournament day 2. Every fish that I caught throughout practice and on tournament day, first day of the tournament, was a single. After that, on day 2, I caught 5 fish schooling in an area really quick. Rapid fire. I had 100 inches basically before most people got out of bed on Sunday morning, and that pretty much set the stage for the trophy you see here. Very fortunate and very privileged to have the opportunity to come out and fish like this. Seminole is another wonderful, beautiful lake with very unique keys and secrets that kind of help you unlock it. I'm very privileged to run around the country and chase my dreams and fish against some of the best sticks in the world. And this trophy is just another reminder to me that I deserve to be out there with those guys and girls and fishing it up and making the best of every opportunity. I don't know if this is my last video of the year or not, but what I'll tell you for now is that I want to thank everybody, friends, family, sponsors, people who've traveled with me, stayed with me, helped cut costs, whatnot. I owe all this to you. I thank you for all the time and all the effort and everything that you've put into my season each year, and I look forward to what 2023 has to offer. The schedule is looking super hectic. but we may get a chance to talk about that before 2023 comes in. Until then, I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're moving into the Christmas season in December, and so I'm looking to get a lot of things done and get ready for January and get fast and furious. So I'll check in with y'all soon, I hope. Until next time, keep it real.